Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now everything should be streaming. Streaming is much harder than it looks. Okay. So, hello everybody, good morning. Today we're going to be making a resume template, as I was saying before. So we are going to start here by launching up Adobe Illustrator, of course. Move the mic here a little bit. Okay. So launched up Adobe Illustrator here. We're loading up. And then we're going to be creating a letter size document, and that is going to be the base for our resume. So create new letter size document. So print letter CMYK. So we could print it if we wanted to, but color space doesn't really matter that much. Okay, so here's our document, and we're going to start here by first let's grab a photo for the person that we are going to be doing this for. So I'm just going to look up a photo real quickly here. Pull a tab over. We'll just go to like freepik.com. Yeah, freepik.com. And we're just going to look up I don't know, profile picture. And we're just gonna crap, there's nothing in here. Okay, what's another good free website for photos? We could just go free photos. Pexels. Yes, that's one of my favorites. Profile pictures. We'll just take like this one right here. Download that. It's down there. It's in our downloads folder. And we are in Illustrator here, which I decided to use instead of InDesign, just because I kind of need practice on Adobe Illustrator right now, and I've been doing a lot of work in InDesign. So we're gonna go here and view, guides. Make sure we're showing our guides here. Let's show grid, and then Command Shift double commas or quotation marks. That puts us into Snap to Grid. So we're gonna start with a little, just kind of like a box, a little bit. I don't know. It's in my head. I can see it. It's like this little box right here, and this will be where the person's name goes. There's kind of a little accent here, just kind of make it look less boring. Oh, move please. Okay, Alt Shift drag that. Form reflect horizontal. Name person Ada I want Anna one line. It's better font than this. That's right. We'll go semi-bold. Anna Adams. And their name. here, if we cut this in the middle, let's see, 3. So as you guys can see, this is why I like using the grid a lot. I actually used to use the grid for like every project that I would do, but sometimes it just slows you down. But just because you like want things to be perfect, but you can't. God damn. Scissors, cut on the right line. On an anchor point, but not an end point of the path. This should be able to cut here. There we go. Okay. I'm going to delete this, and then we'll have the title here, which will be graphic designer, of course. And I want this to be in a, maybe like, see, fonts for me is the hardest part. We'll do Bell. Do I have italic? Yes, I do. Title will be graphic designer. And Command Shift quotation marks will go out of snap to grid, so I can put that right there. Okay. Turn snap to grid back on, and now we're going to put a little bounding box here on the side, and this is going to be how the contacts list is shown, and also how like just a brief overview of the skills is shown. Put that right there. And we'll move that to back. And then I'm going to select a color over here. Once again, I want like a kind of tannish gray, yeah, like that. And at the back, it's a little bit dark for me. I'll lighten that up a little bit. There we go. So this is going to be the bounding box. Right underneath here, we're going to have a little bar for info. Pen tool, and so right now it's in view mode. Where's my layers panel? Open up the layers panel here and disable that, and I'll put that back on later. This is just so I can see the grid, and the last box is right here on the edge, so I know this is where my exterior is. So pen tool here, there's one line. We're gonna make this black, and then set that to stroke. Otherwise, to 1 point, maybe 2 points. It's good. We'll move this down here, and then we'll have the title here. So info, and we're gonna make this Montserrat. Regular here. So I want it to be not too thick. Size it up. There we go. Like that. That's our info now. No, actually I'm going to make these 2 lines 1 point and make this thin. Montserrat. No, then is there? There's really nothing in between. Oh, here's the light. Is this regular? Okay, that looks good to me. So this is our info panel, and then we're gonna have icons here. One for name, location, phone, email, and website. So we're going to get rid of the grid here just while I'm drawing these icons. So here's our head. And when you're actually doing projects like this, I would recommend that you use pre-built graphics and stuff, just because it'll cut down your work time by a lot. Because if it's a long document and there's lots of graphics, this can quickly become tedious. And using pre-built icons and pre-built graphics and stuff can make layout a lot better. But for this, I'll just be drawing these out because this is a live stream, and I want you guys to see everything that I do here. That way you can emulate this later. So combine shift that into one space, one shape, I mean, then we'll complete the circle here by deleting that. And then over here, nope, not what I meant. Okay, so there's the bottom, it's the torso. So here's our icon for person, for name. Place the head down. And select that all, group it, Command G, put that over to the side. Next is going to be our little like marker for geographic location. We want to have a circle here. Pen tool right here. Nope. No, that's not what I meant either. So select off of it, and then you can go in here and select it. That way it won't destroy that path. Fortunately, oh, there we go. There's our guide. And then we'll just let it go out a little bit. That, perfect. Copy, Command Shift Paste. Yeah, so as you guys can see, it's already getting pretty tedious. Transform, reflect, vertical. And then we'll take these two shapes, combine them. Oh, no, we don't want to combine these. We want to draw a line in between them first. If I select all these and combine them. No, okay, it doesn't want to work. So we'll just move this out here and finish the line. There we go. Pick this back up. Oh, looks like that didn't want to join with it. Select this all, combine into shape. So there's our marker. Let's flatten this out a little bit. And then we want our little thing in the middle. That's just going to be a circle. Set the fill to white so you can see it right now. So I might have to cut the stream out midstream, which would suck. But I'm going to try to finish this up really fast. So icon here, combine this, and do subtract from front. So now this background here is clear, which you can see if you put it over here like that. That's our location icon, person icon, phone icon, email, and website. So email is easy. That's just up in here. And you got a triangle, polygon tool, subtract from our sides. So over here, shift it around. Set this fill to white. Actually set edges to white. That looks like an email icon, yeah. Take this, group, copy of it, and then we'll subtract from this one. That did not work. So we actually have to convert this to a stroke. So we have to outline stroke, and then make stroke a path, which allows us to subtract it. Because if it's just stroke, this subtract here from the Pathfinder will not work properly. Okay, so there's that. We have a phone icon, so I'm just going to download that one. That one takes a while on the website, which I'll also download. So I'll just show you guys. I use flat icon normally. So we'll just search up phone here. And we'll just grab this one. Download that as an EPS. And then we're also going to download one for a website. And once again, this is just to save time because drawing out those icons would take a lot longer, and I actually have to go pretty soon, which is unfortunate considering I just started recording this. No website. Web. Okay, these weren't the icons I was looking for, but I'll take this one. I was thinking more of like a web page. There we go. And internet. So this one. Okay, so if you're selling these, there are restrictions on what you can use. From Flaticon, you cannot use it for commercial use, and you must credit the author. So do not blatantly steal Flaticon's icons. Make sure that you're crediting them for their work. Which is why I normally draw my own for a lot of them, or I actually pay for a service that has icons and pre-built graphic templates. Just because I do a lot of designing and such, and it saves me a lot of time to not have to make every single icon. This is going to be name. We're going to have this bolded, and the font size is going to be like maybe 14. Let's turn back on our grid here. And that's line. Make sure everything is aligned the same. Like that. Name. Turned off snap to grid here so I can move this. Name, location. So you can actually write this all on one line, I guess. But then you have to deal with mixing font styles. What's her name again? It was Anna Adams. Location. I will put her in California. Regular. Where is regular? There's San Francisco. That's where all the cool kids are. And this website. Regular. Email. This would be like contact at. Their email. And finally, phone number. I see this actually extends past, so we're going to shorten this. So normally what I would do is, if something like this happened, I'd have to change the design. And in this case, I'd probably just put this underneath email. But I don't have time for that, so I'll just put Gmail here so it makes it shorter and it fits within the bounding box. Phone. And we'll just make something up on the fly. There we go. So that is the basic info for our character here. Move this way off the side. I want to see that. Now let's turn back on this. Okay. Looks pretty good. And then what else do we want here? So we also want, well, for one, this is kind of cramped. So I'm going to turn off that background again. Kind of shift everything down. One shift and arrow key. Just about 2 square grids. There we go, much more spread out. Okay, now we're going to take this up here copy this. Oh, shoot. So I'm going to lock the background just because it makes it easier to work with. Move this down here a little bit. And we'll do skills. This is actually something really cool that I cannot wait to incorporate on my resume, which is putting these little like dial things on the skills, which show your proficiency in each topic. So it's going to be like InDesign. And then you put a little line here. So besides just the pen tool, there's also the line tool, which you guys probably know. And that's just, if you click backslash, that's the shortcut for it. And as you guys can tell too, I know like all the shortcuts. And that's just because I've been doing this for a long time. And that was like one of the first things that I set out to learn. Just memorizing tons and tons of shortcuts. Because it makes your workflow so much faster. Do this here. And you don't even have to know the obscure ones. Like, I just know a lot of the main ones. And I used to know a lot more, but I've kind of started forgetting them. And I don't take the time to relearn them. Make this a little bit smaller. So, turn off the snap to grid. Okay, that's better. That's her proficiency in InDesign. Make a few more. Turn back on snap to grid. We'll have InDesign, Photoshop, and Illustrator, I guess. Yeah. Illustrator, actually, we'll put Photoshop here, and then Adobe XD, which is the platform for designing UI elements, if you guys don't know. Let's see these. I'll grab. Photoshop skills need to be brushed up on. With her Adobe XD skills. Okay. The background's still too dark for me. I'm going to unlock it and change that. Kind of bothering me, actually. A little bit lighter. Okay. There's our character, and then we want profile. So we're just going to have a little bar up here. Right up here. And it's going to stop. There. And we're going to copy one of these over. It needs to be a little bit wider. Nope. Profile. Turn off caps lock because I don't want that on. Select this all, center that in the middle. Doesn't look centered. Group that. This one I want to go a little bit. That, and we'll move this over a few. Just so they aren't touching. Profile. Now one thing you can do too to all these is to select all them, both of these. Line spacing. That's one of my favorite things to change. Properties, yeah, character. We'll just change that to like 75, maybe 100. Do this up here too. And that is a design choice that looks it's very modern. It's a very fresh design choice. That's good. create a little profile then, and then we're going to select this. I'll select that. Alt drag. It's over here, and we'll call this experience. I'm actually going to lower the font size of all these. It's bothering me now. I'm going to make the font size like a nice 18. Maybe like a 14 even. I'll go 16 cell in the middle. That means all these have to be smaller. Make that 12. Okay. Anyways, profile. So we want a little text box here. So in Illustrator, you can click and drag to create a text box. And I'm just going to have good HK grotesque regular. That'll be our body font. Set to 0. And I don't think you can. Set to 0. That is weird. Okay. Oh, it's on Justify. Okay. It's like, wait a second, what's going on? So you can't fill it with body text here. I'm just gonna grab some lorem ipsum. For some reason, let's make this like -10. That'd be a brief biography per experience. We're going to create line tool here. Whoopie daisies. All the way down. And this is going to be our, oh, see, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, this is going to be our timeline for work experience. Polygon tool. Shift X. Smaller. That still looks massive for some reason. Okay, Shift X or Command Shift quotation marks. You can scale it down. Still looks kind of big. Top of that. You know, I really don't know where Adobe Illustrator and software they decide to paste, because it seems like random. Like I never know where it's gonna paste, and kind of annoying. Like I wish it'd paste like where the cursor is. So it's gonna be education. No, I spelled that wrong. Education. And then we're gonna have here. We're gonna have little points for each of her jobs. Maybe the first one. Oh, that was Command Shift paste. One right here. And one right here. For education down here, we're also going to have a little line graph like this, just shorter. Perfect. Right here, we're gonna have one on top, and then one like right in the middle. Okay. And I actually want to shift those over because I've decided I want to put dates on the side. Okay. So work experience. I'll have job title 1. I don't feel like writing out the text right now. And then we'll have paragraph text at the bottom. Paragraph text is too large here too. They should be size 10. Nice. And then we'll have, I guess, a title right here. That'd probably be a good idea. We'll have this font size 10 as well. First one will be logo designer. Yeah? Okay. So gotta leave soon. Be 2, and here she'll be a layout designer. And then we'll shift this down again. Here, and this one shall be designer. And then we'll have dates. These ones we're going to use this font. So normally here I'd be using styles, which is how you're supposed to do it, but I'm kind of short on time. So I'll just, let me just make this quick. 517. 6, 13. So for all you European folks, this is how us Americans do dates: month, date, day, year, which I think is worse than just having day, month, year. That makes more sense to me, but whatever. It does allow us to sort these alphabetically, though. To, I don't know, what's another good date? 8, 18. Education. We'll have this here, math there. We'll have like 6, 20, 30, 14. So 18. In the future, from when this is recorded, and these are a little bit too far up. And we'll move this to down here. Don't want that though. That, and we'll have, I don't know, Boston High School, and State College or something. Okay. Anything else that I want to add? Let's shift this down a little bit. A little bit too much space right there. Let's shift all this up. That. Oh my goodness. Should be centered more or less. I'm a graphic designer. Off the grid. And I think this looks pretty good. The one thing that I would change if I had more time, the font sizes are all a little odd. I'd probably make everything a little bit smaller and make this bigger. Not which I'll kind of do right now. 12. this over. Over, and our layout is done. So I did say that I was going to show you guys how to put this in Photoshop and mock it up, but I don't really have time for that. Maybe I'll include that in a second segment that I'll record later. But this is it for now. This is Anna Adams' resume. And we'll save this in Documents. The logo challenge. No, this is not a logo. It doesn't want to behave. Okay, I'll save that later. I'm not sure where it went. But this is it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Tune in tomorrow. I'll be here probably same time, 8 o'clock. I'll be making a logo instead of a resume. And I'll probably post a logo today on my Instagram, not this resume, because I don't feel like it really fits that much. But we'll see how I like it. Thanks for watching. Kalen signing out.